going on, guys? Welcome into Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. I'm Jeffrey Cooperstein. We are about 24 hours away from Luca Doncic's return to Dallas as the Lakers take on the Mavs at the American Airlines Center on Wednesday evening. And we did just get a bit of an update from the Lakers side where Luka, LeBron, and Dorian Finney-Smith were all upgraded to probable for tonight's game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, and that could certainly have an impact on their availability for Wednesday's game. It wouldn't surprise me if LeBron sat on the second night of a back-to-back. I think I would be pretty surprised if Luka sat this one. You know he's so desperately going to want to play in front of the Mavericks crowd again, in front of the Mavericks organization, and put on a show and show the Mavs why they made a mistake in trading for him. I would be really disappointed if he didn't play tomorrow against the Mavs. I don't think we have anything to worry about there, and I think he is going to play. LeBron could be a different story, and where the Mavs sit right now, it all but likely looks like they're going to play in Sacramento in the NBA play-in and have to go win 2 road games in order to get themselves into the postseason. It'll be quite interesting seeing Luka return to Dallas if he indeed does play. Number one, I'll be curious to see what his intro looks like. Does Sean Keith just speed by it like he does for other road starting lineups, or does he give Luka an extra special treatment on his return? Will there be a video tribute? Mark Stein reported the other day that the Mavericks are still wrestling with how to address Luka's return given all the turmoil between Luka and the front office. Does Luka even want one? Does the front office want to give him one? All of that needs to be answered by the Mavericks. At the end of the day, he absolutely deserves a tribute. In my opinion, he's the second greatest Maverick of all time. Only played, 6.5 seasons here, but that's through no fault of his own. So I want to see him get a video tribute. I want to see him showered with love from the fans. And I'll be also curious to see if Nico Harrison is even in the building, because if he is and Luka is playing, a lot of ire is going to be directed towards Nico. So a lot of storylines heading in to tomorrow night's game against the Los Angeles Lakers, but hopefully we get a full-strength Lakers squad going up against the Dallas Mavericks. And Anthony Davis and Jason Kidd both kind of are trying to downplay this game a little bit. They both said this is just another game that we have to win in order to position ourselves the best we can to get into the postseason. And AD did already have his return to Los Angeles, so maybe it is just another game for him. But Jason Kidd knows that it's not just another game. He knows the fans are going to be excited to see Luka, who is everybody's favorite player. He knows that they're going to have another challenge on their hands defending Luka for the second time. Now, they actually did do a pretty good job the first time they played on February 25th, where Luka did have a triple-double, but he was held, I believe, to just 16 points. So the Mavs did a decent job on him there, but Luka is going to be looking for his early and often in this game, especially if he is not on a minute restriction and he's able to be a full go. And of course, we will be going live for Mavericks vs. Lakers tomorrow right here on the channel. So hit that sub button. It's youtube.com/MavsTV. I can't wait to see all of you guys back in the chat. I can't wait to see Luka back at the American Airlines Center. We're going to have some good stuff going on as well. So please hit that sub button and lock us in. And I do need to tell you guys before we get to the rest of today's show about our sponsor, which of course is PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. PrizePicks has over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, making daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just make more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on PrizePicks. Baseball season is here, and now is the best place to get real money action with our friends at PrizePicks. Don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from the diamond in your PrizePicks lineup, whether it's strikeouts, RBI, or first inning runs. Take your pick of more or less for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash today. On PrizePicks, you can mix and match player projections from different sports like hockey, like soccer, like basketball. Combine your favorite baseball players with players from basketball, hockey, esports, and much more. How do you play? It is super easy. Download the PrizePicks app and use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive that bonus. It is guaranteed. Again, download the app and use code CLNS for that $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. That link will be in the comments and the description of today's show. It is PrizePicks. Run your game. We also got some Mavericks news earlier today that the Mavs do plan on converting Brandon Williams from a two-way contract into a standard NBA deal. The deal's going to be for 2 years, which will be interesting. I think it's just going to be a team option on the end of it. So it'll allow Williams to play in the final 2 games of the Mavericks season in their postseason push, and keeps him eligible for the play-in as well. So Brandon Williams going to be back into the fold with the Mavericks after the game against the Lakers, and I do think this is the right move. Williams, since he has been in the rotation, has shown that he absolutely deserves to be a part of this Mavericks team for the remainder of the season, and it's a shame that his two-way eligibility ran out when it did, because he is playing by far the best basketball of his career. And when the Mavericks needed him most, Brandon Williams was there stepping up big time for the Mavs. So hopefully he's ready to go for those final 2 games, and they could be a crucial final 2 games, because it all but looks like the Mavs are going to go on the road to Sacramento in the play-in. They will have the Raptors and the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are going to have their season wrapped up, or their seeding wrapped up by then, so maybe they're resting everyone, but the Mavs currently sit a game back of Sacramento with 3 games remaining, and Sac holds the tiebreaker. So it's possible the Mavericks get that home game and get the 9th seed, but it's unlikely at this point. Now, the Kings do play the Nuggets, and the Nuggets are in absolute turmoil because they just fired their head coach and GM despite being 4th in the West, which is an absolutely insane thing to do. Mike Malone, the best coach in Nuggets history, got them the 2023 NBA title. And then the Kings finish up with the Clippers and the Suns. So it's feasible that the Mavericks are able to get that 9 seed, but they would have to go 3-0, I believe, in order for them to do that. And that offers you the 1 game play-in at home, where if you lose, your season's over and you're in the lottery. And if you win, you have to go on the road to the loser of the 7-8 seed and try to go win yet another game to get yourself in the postseason. We'll see what the Mavericks can do, but I'm very excited for tomorrow night's game, Mavericks versus Lakers. Again, we are going to be live for that game, so please tune in and help us out. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up icon. I can't wait to see each and every one of you. I was gone for a week and I missed Mavs basketball, so I'm excited to be back. I want to ask you this before we get on out of here. Do you think the Mavericks are going to make the playoffs? If you do, type Y for yes. If you don't, type N for no. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say down in the comment section. I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs or not. I think the play-in is a pretty safe bet, but the playoffs at this point, I think, would be a long shot. They would need an absolute masterclass from the likes of Anthony Davis and Spencer Dinwiddie and Klay Thompson and all their vets to step up big time for them to go win 2 games, maybe even 2 games on the road, in order to get themselves in the postseason. So that will do it for today's show. Again, guys, my name is Jeffrey Cooperstein. We'll see you soon here on the channel. Tune in tomorrow, Mavs vs. Lakers. It should be an absolute show.